I'm pregnant. 4 years ago, when I announced the news of our first baby to friends and family, I received nothing but congratulatory hugs and well wishes. My mom and sister, overcome with excitement, cried into their mashed potatoes at our reveal dinner. When my mother-in-law saw the ultrasound picture tucked in an envelope, she flung her arms around her son and wept to his shoulder. At work, co-workers hugged me and shared sugar-coated birthing stories. My high school students threw me a surprise baby shower, gifting me with hand-sewn baby booties embroidered with our last name. As my bump grew, even perfect strangers offered their congratulations and words of wisdom. Once, while seated in the waiting room at the doctor's office, a lady about the age of my mom leaned across the empty space between our chairs and patted me on the knee. "Motherhood is a gift from God," she said. New expected mothers receive the widest smiles, deepest hugs, and most high-pitched, "Oh, congratulations," kind of reactions, gently ushering them into motherhood. I'm pregnant. 2 years later, we announced our second baby to the world by cutting into a cake filled with pink cream. It was a girl. Because our friends and family expected we'd have a sibling for our son, our news was well received. They congratulated me with winks and elbow bumps code for "way to get her done." Of course, a few of my mom friends and relatives tossed in a cautionary tale of how much harder two is than one. But the tale always ended with a sweet drizzle of, "How perfect, a boy and a girl." I'm pregnant. Again. This past fall, we announced that our third was on its way. I had high expectations for the same squeals of excitement and elbow bumps my first two pregnancies received, and I needed it. Admittedly, a third child was not on my wish list. Not because I didn't want to love another child and cherish each baby phase all over again, but because I was busy, tired, and stretched thin. Trying to manage all the parts of my life, mom, wife, teacher, daughter, sister, friend, housekeeper, cook, and so on, is like herding field mice into a shoebox. It's always chaotic, and something always skitters away from me in the process. Sometimes it's a 3-year-old dashing off across the parking lot at Martin's, or a stack of essays still ungraded, or another home-cooked meal replaced by Kraft mac and cheese. The thought of adding one more to the litter overwhelmed me and kind of depressed me. I figured, though, that finally telling the world of our unexpected news would pull me from the gray. I remembered how the elated reactions to my first and second gifted me a blind confidence about being a mom. Much to my disappointment, though, the reactions to our third did not mirror those of 1 and 2. We started sharing first with immediate family. With the casualness we had in creating this bundle, we shared the news in the same manner, on the phone, casually. No stuffed envelopes with ultrasound pictures or special dinners or cakes filled with pink or blue cream. Just, "Oh, hey, Mom, how was work? Oh, good. Guess what? You're going to be a grandma again. Your sister's pregnant?" "No, Mom," I calmly replied. "I'm pregnant." "You're kidding, Tracy. Tell me you're kidding." "I took 4 tests. I'm not kidding." "I'm retiring. That's it. I'm retiring." She sighed. "What are we gonna do with 3? In a matter of minutes, my mom had retired from her career and self-actualized as co-parent to my children. Not exactly the response I had envisioned. When I told my sister, she asked if she could keep one, like my children were puppies or something. My best friend respectively named me 19 kids and counting. I had faith, however, that my mother-in-law would have warm words of encouragement. She is a mother of 3. She knew exactly what it was like. "I'm so excited," she started to say. 3 is wonderful. You will love 3. Then she paused and took a deep breath. "But I just keep thinking how I feel so sorry for Matt. You know, he's so stressed. For Matt? For Matt? Don't get me wrong, my husband rises above the cultural expectations of most dads. He takes the kids to daycare, he changes diapers, helps me cook, clean and fold laundry. He's great, he really is. But if I break it down, I mean really break it down. Matt is not the one to feel sorry for. That's okay though. Plenty of my friends and coworkers did indeed feel sorry for me and expressed this sorry with a litany of questions prefaced before the obligatory congratulations. 3? Again? You know what causes this, right? This wasn't planned, was it? You're not going back to work, right? Surely you're going to stay home at 3. I don't know if I should feel happy for you or sorry for you. And then comes the, oh, congratulations, insert awkward help. When family, friends, and strangers alike hear the news of 3 or more, they suddenly envision themselves in your shoes, dragging 3 small children into the grocery store, trying to get a family of 5 fed, dressed, and out the door before 7 in the morning, or waking every 3 hours in the middle of the night to a crying newborn, a teething 1-year-old, and a toddler who wet the bed. With an imagination that can speed recklessly ahead of reality, the simplicity of a cute family of 4 becomes an unmanageable and scary family of 5, 6, or 7. These reactions, I decided, were mere apathetic worry. Finally, with a 17-week baby bump growing invisible, I had to divulge the news to my high school students. I knew their reaction would be mostly indifferent. Luckily, teenagers are blissfully unable to imagine any of the aforementioned scenarios. They don't view life with a parental lens yet. No, teenagers view life through a teenage lens. And when they hear that you are pregnant, the only thing most of them think about is sex. My teacher had sex. There's always that group of boys in the corner chuckling and high-fiving each other. I'm not sure who they're congratulating, but it's awkward and just weird. So I discreetly placed my news into a PowerPoint of writing exercises. It took a minute for them to read it. Then finally, Derek, a comical young man in my first hour, broke the silence. You're pregnant? Again? Didn't you just have a baby? My cheeks blushed a hot red. I nodded and smiled. Yeah, I had my daughter last December. Fishing for an explanation for my prolific uterus, I blurted out, well, it's kind of what some people do in their 30s. You know, they have babies, they make families. The awkwardness swallowed the room. You're right, Mrs. B, he paused. You know, in the Bible, the Lord says, may a husband and wife be fruitful. So you and Mr. B, you go on and be fruitful with yourself. I busted into an uncontrollable laughter, as did the rest of the class. Unfamiliar with the passage, I had to look it up, and sure enough, I found the verse Derek had paraphrased from Genesis chapter 1. And God said to husband and wife, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. Words of wisdom straight from the mouth of a teenage boy. Yes, it's true, Mr. B and I certainly know how to be fruitful and multiply. I realize that adding a 3rd child to our family will gladly fill my world. A new baby will certainly fill our tiny 900-square-foot home with more laughter and small padded feet. And baby will fill one more seat in the minivan. And most certainly, baby will fill up my schedule even more than it is now. And as always, everything will be just fine. I will manage. Because moms always manage, no matter the number with which we are blessed, 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6. This is the miracle of motherhood. We always learn a new, more efficient route to the shoebox. And if something skitters away, we always go back, find it, and put it in its place. But in all seriousness, Lord, 3 is good. 3 will be just perfect.